Hello, I'm going live and just realized my hair was hanging to my face. So it is Trusty's Vintage Live Sale. And guess what? This time I'm live. So I have not been live for the last 2 weeks, and I've been messing with people's heads because, I record it. It makes it look like I'm live, but I wasn't. So when you were saying hello to me, I was just saying nothing. So this time I get to say hello. So I will make sure I do my romper room hellos just to make up for the lost time that I've been here, that I've been gone. But I am back. Thank you for all of you who watched I think it was last week's sale, the pre-recorded sale. I tacked on to the very end some clips from the show that I was in. And thank you very much for the kind words that everyone lied to me and said I had a good voice. So I appreciate you sharing that. I'm trying to figure out what limits we have on copyrights and performance rights and things like that. I'm not sure how much more I can show. I do have some longer clips, so I might try and pop those up. Maybe on Instagram, because I think that gets policed a little bit less often. So we shall see. But tonight I am back. I am live, and this is my Christmas in July theme. And I am also back live with my trusty helper, Katie.
Hey guys.
So both of us are here tonight. So Katie will be keeping me on task, keeping me on track, keeping me from talking too long, and more importantly, moderating the chat. Hopefully Nate will be able to join us as well. But, we've got that nasty little time zone thing, and he is not currently available, but he said he will try and sign in when he can. So because I did miss the last couple weeks of hellos, I appreciated those of you who stuck out. I didn't have as many people attending the pre-recorded sales as the live ones, but appreciate those of you who were there. And I didn't get to say hello in person. So hello to Peterson, who's looking for everybody. I started about a minute or so late. So thanks for joining. Jan is in the house. Thanks for coming back, Jay Goodwin. And Irene has come back. So thanks so much, Irene, coming in from the Buckeye State. Oh, we got the West Coast covered early. We got Jamie coming in from Mid-Century Wasted. Oh, and I just saw, so Katie, you are actually doing what is it? It's a live or is it pre-recorded with Jamie's husband?
Yes, tomorrow Blake and I are going to be live together on my channel talking about our favorite vinyl records. So I'm very excited about that. It's going to be at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So that's on Katie's channel, Vintage and Vinyl. So if you don't follow Katie, make sure you do that. So that should be a lot of fun. Now, has Blake done any live videos? Has he been on anyone else's channel before? Or are you?
I think he's been on Jamie's channel before. They've done some.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Together, but I don't think he's been on anybody else's channel. So I'm excited.
Wow! You always remember your first. All right, congrats. So excellent. So definitely take a look at that. Hello, Christy Allen, also poking around, seeing who is going to be hanging out with us tonight. And Helen Casey has come back from the Hoosier State. And Mary Jovakovsky coming in. And let's see, Sue Golubeski is coming back. Thanks so much for joining us again, Sue. Claudia is in the house. And let's see, Rebecca Higgins coming in from the great state of Maine. Got our first Terp in the house. Got Chad from Retro Days coming in from Northern Maryland. And let's see. Oh, we're crossing the pond. We don't have Nate, but we've got Dolores from Miss Damn Jewelry from the UK. So I'm honored, Dolores, that you're staying up late to be able to watch the sale. So congratulations. Thanks for joining. Let's see. We got Claudia's question. So Claudia actually did her first YouTube video unpacking one of my mystery boxes. Okay, so I'm assuming then, Claudia, your YouTube channel must be Claudia K. So assuming that's what it is, we can all go take a look at that, and we'll see. Because I don't remember what I sent you, so it'll be like a surprise to me too. That's great that you're doing your first unboxing. Oh, we got our second turn.
That will be fun to watch.
It's actually stressful when I watch people unboxing stuff that I've sent them, because first, I'm very concerned it's going to be broken. Knock wood. I've had, fairly good track record for that, but I'm not infallible. And I also, particularly for the mystery boxes, I think they're fun to do, and people would come back and get them more than once. But I always worry, that somebody's gonna be like, I've seen comments when people have done it. I don't remember if it was you, Jamie, or if maybe it was Angie Christie. I think she does unboxings. And so she had done one. And somebody kind of left a nasty comment saying that it wasn't worth the money. And I got all disgruntled because I'm like, okay, wait a minute. There's one item in there that was worth almost $15 by itself. But everyone's got a different perspective. So I hope you liked it, Claudia. I didn't hear from you. You didn't complain. So
it seems like she does. She says it has a pink depression bowl in it and she just loves it.
Pink depression. Oh yeah. That was a heavy, you must be close. I apologize. I don't remember where you're at, but I remember that was a heavy one that I was saving for somebody local. Somebody else I just shipped one last week that was Barb Lee is in the Chicago suburbs, so she's not local to me. She probably, if I drove there, probably a little over an hour, but she's geographically for the post office she's close. So she basically got like a place setting. She got two. I mean, and hers was probably worth well more. I mean, not even probably, hers was worth well more than the typical, because I did give her 2 dinner plates from the Metlocks homestead pattern, and those things retail for $10 to $20 a piece. But I had a bunch of them, and I'm like, well, hey, she's close. I can ship her like 9 pounds for $10. So she got a nice heavy box. So I hope Barb liked it. I don't know if Barb's here tonight, but hope Barb liked that one. So I'm glad you liked that with the glass bowl, because I liked that bowl too. So we said Dawn is in the house from Maryland.
Hey, Dawn.
For those who don't recognize her name, she's the head of the Just One More Dachshund Rescue. I have received more dachshund donations for the fundraiser that'll be in the fall. And if you missed Katie's channel, was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
Last Wednesday, she was
last on Wednesday. Dawn was actually on Katie's show and tell, showing and telling her. I think she said she's now at 19 live dachshunds. That's not counting her vintage dachshunds. Although they're coming close to being Etsy definition of vintage, like one of them's like 18. But she was on, and it was a lot of fun. It was fun to see. She had one of her puppies was on there, and the dachshunds are always fun to see.
Sherman was there, Mr. Star, the Sherman dog.
There, yep, got the dog bowl star. Mama J's in the house, and we got Trisha from San Diego coming in. Brian coming in from the Chicagoland area. Debbie also coming in from the Chicagoland area. Let's see what this is. Dolores and I was up, and I always want to see Patrick Sales. Well, that's very kind of you. New England Thrifter coming in somewhere in New England. I don't know if I can't remember if are you also in Maine? I can't remember now where you are. I have a very high proportion of Maine people.
Hi, Dylan.
Pat Robinson coming in. Thanks so much for joining again. There's Melody from the Keystone State, Pennsylvania. Let's see, Kitschy Corner coming in. Proud American coming also in from the great Buckeye State. Oh, wait, Buckeye State, or are you in Indiana? No, I think you're Ohio. So thanks for joining us, Delbert. And of course, I just did a big jump, so now I can't figure out where we were. Just saw Halem. Hi, Halem. Tia Fame got our first Canuck is in the house. Wow, jumped like huge. I can't figure out. Here's a name I don't recognize. Dear Angela's Vintage.
Oh, that's Angela Marksberry. She changed.
Oh, okay. Hey, Angela, I didn't realize you changed your name. So, okay. So did you change it on Instagram too? Because if you don't follow Angela Marksberry on Instagram, she is doing the calendar, this calendar. And I don't know if Trisha is still doing the YouTube version of the calendar, but for all the live sales. So definitely people to follow. So Karen Donnelly also coming in from the West Coast. And let's see, who did I miss when I jumped down there? Janet. I think I missed Janet. So hi, Janet. Plus One Thrifting, and congratulations. I hope the baby's doing well. I haven't seen a post in a couple of days, so I hope the baby is doing well. I hope you are doing well, and congratulations. I know you had the baby in June, so I hope all is well with that. And let's see, I can't figure out.
I see Retro Country Girl. That's a new name to me.
Oh, okay. And there's Halem. Sonia M is in the house. Welcome back, Sonia. Oh, we got another Canuck, Vintage Lovin' Nerd, VLN. How you doing? Cheryl, I believe. It's hard to. I try to remember names and locations, but I'm not always successful. Rebecca giving Dawn all the pups hugs and kisses. They are very huggable and kissable.
I know they're so darling.
Lois Hoover coming back. Thanks so much for joining us again, Lois. And I think I said hi to Tia Fane. And I'm doing a more thorough job since I haven't done it for a while. Oh, Teresa B coming back in. Thanks, Teresa B, for joining us. Carrie from Texas. She's listening, so she probably won't be participating. She has fast internet, so at least you guys can beat her out this time. Lemmy Lemon has come back, and she got a mystery box. I'm glad that she liked hers.
And Delbert says that he loved his mystery box. He loved the cracker item that he's now got on his desk from the Nabisco factory.
Oh yeah, I had gotten a weird purchase, like a box lot of all kinds of Nabisco like corporate items, and if I remember right, because again, Delbert was not too far away, so his box was a little heavy too, and so it was like a walnut desk pen holder and like a little nameplate, and I can't remember, maybe it held 2 pens, but it's like one of those like 80s, what you'd have on those big executive desks. So. Glad you like that. Glad you put it to good use. So Vinny must be here. I haven't found him yet. People are saying hi to Vinny. So hello, Vinny. There is Vinny. And let's see who else did it. Hopefully, Kim's coming in also from Ohio. Kim has received. That's actually Blackie Junior Lynn. That's not who I meant to click on. Larry Riley. Where did I just lost Kim Z? I jumped again. So anyway, Kim is actually, I think now 3 or 4 mystery boxes, so she must really like them.
She does. She wins a lot of mystery boxes. She should play the lottery, I say.
Absolutely. She's got the fast internet going too. So I will have mystery boxes again tonight. I'm actually, if all goes well and I remember to sell them all, I will have 3. So trying to make up for some lost time. Heaven Bound Farm, I think that is a new name, unless something has changed. No, see, we keep moving. Book Bewitched. The play is over. So I had the last 2 weekends. Thank you for asking, though. Book Bewitched. It was last 2 weekends. We closed last Sunday. So it was a total of 6 performances for the public and then 2 private productions that were recorded. And so that's why I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the copyrights, because they might be doing something with the recording, in which case they won't want us promoting something outside of that. So that's what I have to figure out. So there might be ways to see, because I ended up doing, I did 5 songs, 3 of them, 2 were solos, 1 was a duet. And of my 2 solos and the duet, I did them in 3 different dialects. So I sang one as a British woman. So Dolores, you can totally judge me when you see it. I did one as a Cockney accent for a guy, as a guy, and then one in just a regular American accent. So had many songs, many dialects. So yeah, got to keep it interesting. So I think I'm caught up. I do apologize if I missed anybody, but we're already a quarter after the hour, and I don't want to keep, I don't want to go too long. So as I mentioned, I do have mystery boxes, and you know what comes in a mystery box? Maxi pad. So I'm going to send Katie into the stratosphere. But so she will still be the voice of the lowercase g God, because I don't want to offend, although she is my God. No, just kidding. But she will be keeping track. And the first mystery box, all mystery boxes come with a maxi pad. I don't know. Kim's starting a collection because she now has like 3 or 4 of them. She might be starting like a pharmacy. She could just have her own. But the mystery boxes, they do work a little bit different. Most of the names I saw, I recognize. A couple were new. In general, the live sales work the same across the board. Biggest thing to remember is I don't do auctions or offer ups. So when I give you an item, I will tell you the price. And then when I give you the number, you just have to be the first one to enter that number into the live chat that Katie sees, and she will announce the winner. The mystery boxes are always the most popular. I always do a shout out credit to Fatbird Finds because they kind of introduced the concept of doing them in live sales. And so I follow their philosophy that it's cheap, $15. So it's a $15 box. I will curate it based on where it's going so that the shipping will always be around $10. I am playing with the idea of just saying, well, I'm just going to sell them for $25, shipping included. But if you buy other things, that kind of messes it up. So just for now, just know it's $15, and then you're going to be paying shipping of around $10. If you're farther away, I'm shipping out of Chicago. If you're farther away, your box will be just lighter weight, but it'll still the same value. I try to put about $25 to $30 worth of stuff in it. It'll just be more lighter weight stuff because it costs more to ship the farther distance. So for mystery boxes, I do it a little bit differently because they're so popular. Instead of telling you the number, I'm going to make you guess the number. I don't know what number this is.
And Dolores is asking if you ship to the UK, Patrick.
If you're willing to pay for the shipping to the UK, absolutely. I will ship internationally. It's you just have to take in mind. And what I would do is I'd give you as light of a box as I could. I don't think I've ever done a mystery box for under £1, but you know, you could give me a goal. I could try and do it something under £1. So at least the shipping wouldn't be too, and I'll ship to Canada as well. It's just like, I don't know what ships to the UK. I haven't done that in a long time, but like shipping anything over 8 ounces to Canada is like $20. And then the minute you go over £1, it's $32. I mean, it's expensive. So, you know, if you're willing to take the risk, as long as you pay me, I'll ship wherever I have to ship. But just keep that in mind. So I will not tell you the number. You have to guess it, but I will tell you the range. So we're not here all night. So it's always going to be $15. I've got 3 tonight. This is the first one for those of you who signed on early, although it's now a quarter after. But the number falls, and you can enter more than once. Enter a number, hit enter, hit another number, hit enter. Keep guessing until Katie knows the number. Or finds the number. She knows what it is. She cannot be bribed. And this first box, the number falls between 40 and 50. So between 40 and 50, start guessing the number. And then as soon as Katie sees it, she'll give me a shout out. We'll figure out, well, she'll refresh, make sure the first person that entered it is the one we recognize. And, you know, so between 40 and 50. So yeah, so Dolores, like you said, you're used to the shipping. I don't have a problem shipping internationally. That's no harder, you know, for me. And I used to travel internationally. I love doing stuff internationally. It's just some people don't want to pay the freight. So I get it.
And I've already seen it right off of the bat, folks. You guys are so good. Okay. Let me refresh here, make sure my...
I don't see it right off the bat. There were multiple entries before it popped in, and then 2 people were really close to each other. So I'm going to wait till you tell me.
Okay. The first person I'm seeing on my end, let me double check with the other feed here to make sure that I'm seeing the exact same thing. But I see Vintage Loving Nerd.
That's the first person I see as well, because the number is 45. So 45 for Vintage Loving Nerd. So it's going to Canada. So I will try and find... if you want to drop me a note, Cheryl, if you prefer, you know, if you want me to try and keep it under £1 so that the freight's a little bit less, because then I think once I go over £1, I think I discovered this when I shipped to Nate in New Zealand, like basically I can go then up to £3 for the same cost. So I'm more than willing to try and make the most out of your shipping dollar when you're paying that much. So congratulations, Cheryl, and thanks for joining in. Okay, so as I mentioned in the promotions, and I mentioned at the very top, and you'll also see kind of over my shoulders, this is the Christmas in July theme. I did mention, for those that are new to my channel, I don't do auctions or offer ups during a live sale. You know, thing just slows things down, and well, I won't go into that. But I do have an eBay channel. And so that's what eBay's for. They do great auctions there. So I do have 2 items up for offer right now. This is the Christmas one. I posted this last week. It will end in 40 minutes. So it's going to end at the top of the next hour. Katie can drop the link to my YouTube channel, or you can go into the description of this video, go into my Linktree link, whatever. My username is TH Mercantile. You should be able to find it. I don't have a lot of stuff in my eBay channel, so it should be easy to manipulate. It looks like a Holt Howard planter, but it is not. It is actually a Capri Creations planter out of Philadelphia. The top of the show, it had multiple bids and was currently at $54. We shall see if it does anything else. But Katie just dropped the link to my channel, so you'll be able to find this is already up there, and it will end at the top of the next hour. And because I was somewhat distracted with the show over the last 2 weeks, the whole reason I was pre-recording the videos, I actually forgot to post this one 2 weeks ago when I did the copper luster sale. So this also just went up last week, and it also will end at the top of this next hour. So this is from my copper luster sale. This is the pink copper luster, that little tree design, or the little house design with the little chimney and the tree branch across the top. We dated that from a book that the design was originated in 1820. This is not stamped. I don't know the specific age. I do believe it is one of the 19th century with this copper with the pink, but I don't know. And that is why it went into the auction. So I'm letting the market determine its value. This also had multiple bids, but I believe it was only up to $15 or $15.50.
It is up to $15.50 currently.
Okay. So both of those items will end in less than 40 minutes. And then these items here will go live at the top of the next hour. So I will show those later. But everything I have for this sale is going to be Christmas themed. So right off the bat, I did a video Tuesday night, actually really late Tuesday night. So I posted Wednesday morning, showcasing a lot of these items. I also have some others that I didn't get into that video, but this is one of them. And a lot of people helped me identify this. It was a craft kit from the 90s that said it was, this one actually says what it is. It's called stamped cross stitch. So it's a cross stitch kit. It's still sealed up. It's original new old stock, but you can see the X's are actually printed onto the fabric as opposed to what I was familiar with. My ex-wife used to do, I guess that's counted cross stitch, where it's like mesh and you've got the holes and you're stitching into it. So these, I guess, were designed, it's kind of like a one and done. You do it and then that's it. Where my ex had like patterns and books and things, so you could recreate the exact same pattern on 20 different pieces, because all you're doing is you're counting it. So this is stamped cross stitch. This is making a 16 inches long starry Santa stocking. It comes with the fabric for the toes and the heels, and then a little kit to space out the name with the patterns for all the letters for the name to go across the top. So this one is dated right on the fabric, 1993. It's a Dimensions stamped cross stitch kit from 1993 and still sealed up, new old stock, and it's only $8. $8 for the starry Santa stocking. $8 by giving me number 15. $8 at number 15 for the starry Santa stocking.
And the Kitschy Corner is saying that those are the easiest ones to do. So that would be a really fun project.
Well, the one thing that I don't know if I would agree with that, because I mean, it's easy in the sense that yes, the X's are there, but it's not color coded. So you've got all these different threads. Like, how do you know? It's not like paint by numbers. It's not up Jamie's alley. I guess you just somehow have to keep track and say, okay, I'm working on the leaf now. So now I need the green. I guess maybe it makes sense once you lay it out, but I don't know. I guess it's a little bit of a cheater guide, but it is a one and done. So sealed kit, number 15, $8. Looks like we did take her.
Yes, it goes to Martha at Vintage Conversation. Congratulations, Martha.
Great. Thank you so much, Martha, for picking that up. So you collect not only vintage sewing patterns, you're collecting vintage stamped cross stitch patterns too. All right. So when I've got Katie on, I always like to entertain Katie even when she's not on screen. And so I'll try and bring things that Katie would like. And I've got little 45s. So I tried to figure out the date on these. They're both from, it just says Peter Pan. So I'm not sure if that was a label at some point or if somebody owned that. Like, I recognize that concept. Let's see. Newark, New Jersey. Just says Peter Pan Records. So were they like an independent label, Katie?
Yes, they did a lot of kids' records back in the day. I believe they were around from like the 50s, probably through the 80s, I believe.
And that's what I would guess, because this does have the little UPC thing on the back. It also has a zip code on the address. So it's definitely post 63. And because of the barcode, it's post 73. But just based on those kind of graphics, I'm thinking 80s. And what's interesting about this is, just so you can kind of see it, it's not a square packaging. It's rectangular, and I don't know why. So they just made it taller, and I guess so they could seal it better so it doesn't split. But both of them still have the records in there. I do not own a record player, so I cannot swear that these work. But I think if we're not Katie, you're probably buying these because these would look awesome in a vignette. Or I'm sorry, these would look awesome in the tree. I've got, one of those bigger trees and there's a lot of big gaps from the fake tree that as the branches don't fit. This would fill in a really nice big gap and be like the best conversation at Christmas time ever, because we all remember Rudolph and Frosty. So it is a pair of and they are 45s. They say, or actually one of them does. Yeah. So, and I'd never heard of this. It says 45 extended play. I don't know what that means.
So that is an EP. So what that means basically is a 45 typically has one song on one side and one song on the other, playing at 2 minutes or so per side. But this record actually probably has 3 songs per side. So it's an extended play. It's not quite an LP, but it's not quite technically the amount of time that a 45 would play. So it's got a little bit more on it. And that's
okay. So yeah, so that's what it is. This one has 2. So Morris the Moose and the Marvelous Toy. And I guess I didn't pay attention. So yeah, you can see the gap, where the 2 songs, where the split is. So, okay. I'd never heard of that. So that was the extended one is the Frosty. So it's got Frosty the Snowman, Jingle Bells, Morris the Moose, and the Marvelous Toy. And somebody just said that they had Peter Pan stuff in the 60s. So I think so Katie said it's earlier. These definitely can't be the 60s though, because UPC codes didn't actually even start, I think, until what was it, Katie? Like 73 or 78.
Yeah.
And they really didn't become popular until the 80s. Like they started. And this one, actually also this one has, oh no, there it does say. It just is putting in a different spot. This is also extended play. So this one is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Up on the Housetop, and Rudolph's Christmas Party. I don't know that last one, but the other 3 I know.
I don't know Rudolph Christmas.
Yeah, they're all Christmas. You got some great graphics. And as, cases go, like they're in pretty good condition. There's a couple, little bumps and dings kind of along the edges, but as a display piece, they look fantastic. So it's the pair of 45s, extended play 45s, the pair of them for $12. So $12 for Rudolph and for I was going to say Smokey, Frosty, kind of the opposite of Frosty. $12, number 43. And Rudolph on the back even has a Happy Holidays.
And it's definitely hard to find these kids' records in such good shape.
In such good shape. That's why I grabbed them.
The jackets, they're usually ripped up.
And destroyed.
Yes, vintage loving nerd picking up number 43. Congratulations, VLN.
Thanks so much, Cheryl, for picking that up. And I'll include that. And I'll always try and take that into consideration when I'm building a mystery box. So it's like, okay, you're going to have some other weight associated with those. So in some cases, it'll dictate the size and the weight of your final box. All right. The next item is, I will admit, it's one of those cases. Avon gets a really bad rap, but Avon does some nice stuff. And so it's one of those cases. I think it's nice. It's just never going to, it's never going to sell for a lot of money because it was pretty popular. But these I had never seen before. These are dated 1982. And it's just a little like aluminum. Hey, Jeannie for Chicago Lady. It's just like a little aluminum plate, little decorative plate. It's got a place to be able to hang it. I guess if you wanted to, it does not say like, don't use this for food because we're kind of predating that. I mean, I guess you probably could use this as a little serving plate, but I think these are more like kitchen wall designs, and they are from Christmas with Christmas menus. So the Bûche de Noel. So you've got the recipe for that. That one is by itself. And then we have a second one that's actually in its original box. And this one also dated 1982. This one has the recipe also in a card, so you can save this in your recipe box. This one is for blueberry orange nut bread. So I don't know if this one necessarily is specifically for Christmas, but they're clearly from the same line. One has the original box, so it's perfect for a gift. The other one, throw it in a gift bag. But you've got 2 of them. They are both Avon products. They're, again, they're both dated 1982. They're in fantastic condition. No scratches or anything in the tin. And the box is, it's showing a little bit of wear, but it still is in pretty good, solid condition. And it's kind of got some cool graphics on this that even the box could look nice in a vignette because it's just kind of that old-fashioned, that old-fashioned look. So kind of a cool little kitchen display. You get the two of them, the pair of plates, for $8. $8 for the little Avon recipe plaques. $8 by giving me number 34. $8.34 for the Avon plaques.
And the bûche de Noel is so delicious. It's a traditional English thing that you have at Christmas. And
have you had it before? I mean, the recipe sounded good.
My upstairs neighbor is from England, and his nan ships one to him every year from England. And so he invited me last Christmas, and it was just absolutely delicious.
So everyone has to be taking screenshots of the recipe. So we'll see if Dolores agrees if this is one of those standard British recipes, or actually, is that French? Bûche de Noel, I guess would be French.
It could have been a French thing originally.
So anyway, so it looks like we've got no takers on that, unless I missed it.
No, I don't see anyone picking that up. Harry's joining us. Hello, Harry.
I've lost the...
And we do have just a little bit of time left, folks, on the eBay auctions. I dropped the link into the chat, so go head over there if you want the Santa planter or the Victorian copper lusterware pitcher. There's 28 minutes left, and the copper lusterware is up to $17.26.
Excellent. Yeah, I like that little piece. All right, so... Thank you so much. All right, apricot and almonds. So Delbert's talking about something that has apricot and almonds in them. I don't know if I've ever eaten an apricot. All right, so we had some kids' records. Now we've got a little kids' book. Well, I guess it's considered a magazine with a somewhat unfortunate name, but it's the Playmate. So I don't think they were taking that into consideration in their branding and marketing department, but it is the Children's Playmate magazine, good reading for boys and girls 6 to 12. You can see it's December 1966. It does not have a centerfold, but I kind of take that back. It does have a centerfold, just not what you would expect. So it is a magazine of games. So all aboard for December, Playmate 1966, to make more gifts than ever before, to do more activities for you, to win Santa's pot of gold. So you've got stories in here. You've got little, you can make the glowing candle craft project. It's got the instructions of how to do that. Little poem, little frameable, little poem about Christmas. Sewing your apron. We've had aprons on here before. Here you can sew your own. So it says it's for boys and girls ages 6 to 12. So some of these activities look like they should probably need a parental guidance. It's in very good condition, but there are a couple places in it where Junior did actually do the connect the dot. So there's a couple places where it's actually filled in. And then it looks like at one point they tried to put a name into the subscription to get additional issues of the Playmate magazine. Maybe Junior thought he was going to get something else. So this is a little 1966 Playmate magazine. Again, kind of cool for vignette. Or if you do junk journaling, there is the color images in the center, where the centerfold is. There's some color images that you could just kind of cut these apart and make some pretty cool frameable pieces as gifts. So pretty cool. Playmate 1966 is $9. $9 for the little Playmate magazine by giving me number 3. $9, number 3.
And that really does have some fabulous graphics on it. Just absolutely amazing.
So Book Bewitch is lobbying for Vinny to get it. And we've got support that we love hearing Katie's voice. So I always appreciate having Katie on here as well. So it's always
I'm always thrilled to be here. And I see Lois Hoover picking up number 3. Congratulations, Lois. And do remember to keep refreshing, folks. I know the lag can be tough, but if you refresh, you're most likely to be up to date with the feed.
It's not a Playboy, Delbert, but what did they call the bunnies? They were Playmates. So that's where they drifted a little bit in their marketing attention. So thank you so much, Lois. Congratulations for picking that up. I shared this in a haul video once upon a time when I first picked this up because, and I will admit, I picked it up because I thought it was odd. It happens to be another album, another 45. Actually, well, I think it's a 45. It's little. Yes, it is a 45 RPM. It is Louis Armstrong reading The Night Before Christmas. I don't know why. I don't understand the connection between Louis Armstrong wanting to read. I guess he was just popular. It was recorded in 1971. It's an exclusive collector's edition, but I'm not sure who it's supposed to be collected for. It says it prepared expressly for Lorillard, Lorillard, which is a name I do not know, by Continental Production Company, a division of Continental Dynamics. So what I don't know is if this was like maybe a gift that was recorded by the company and then they gave it to their employees. It's just because it's saying it's an exclusive. Now it also has When the Saints Go Marching In, so they did get him to sing, featuring Louis Armstrong and his trumpet. But it's just an odd combination, and I thought it was awesome. I've got the little plastic sleeve. We'll take the glare off. It's got a paper sleeve, which is also in fantastic condition. You know, it's probably if it was pulled out at all, it was pulled out at Christmas time. So it's held up very nicely, and you've got a great little display. Whether if you're a jazz fan, a Night Before Christmas fan, literature fan, or a record fan, you've got what I think is going to be a pretty unique item. So it is the Louis Armstrong Night Before Christmas, $6. $6 for Louis. Hi, Louis. That's Katie's Louis. $6 for number 75. But Louis not there. Louis with Clyde, Katie's with Clyde this time. So $6, number 75 for the Louis Armstrong 45.
And the night
before. Oh, that's right. I knew he had a nickname, but I couldn't think of what it was.
The Night Before Christmas was a pretty popular recording on some of those older records. You do find that Andy Williams did it and many others. And
was there a song version of it? Like, does he sing it or is he just recording?
No, it's just narrated. And even Perry Como did it as well. And then, of course, When the Saints Go Marching In is probably on every vintage jazz record and 50s record of the day. And I do see Vintage Loving Nerd, Cheryl, picking that up. Congratulations.
Both of which that thought Louis Armstrong was a Muppet. That's fantastic. Okay, so Lorillard. So Lorillard was a tobacco company. Okay, yeah, I didn't think to look it up. So yeah, it's a big enough company. Maybe they just produced it as a gift or a giveaway, maybe with cigarettes or something. But I'm sorry, who did you say picked that up?
Cheryl, Vintage Loving Nerd, is
awesome.
Number 75.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. All right, next item is still in its packaging. It is the appearance of a Spode Christmas tree, but this is not Spode. It is Nico. So we've got a ceramic snack and cheese board made in Japan, 9x5, Christmas time, Nico. Seems like those leaves are upside down. No, I guess it's leaves and then the mistletoe berries. It is double-sided. It's still packaged very nicely in its a little sleeve, but it slides right out. So I can't guarantee it wasn't used. It's just may have been used and then put away at Christmas time. So it's stayed in excellent condition. So you've got the Christmas tree on one side, kind of decorated top. It does have a hole so you can hang it as part of your Christmas decor. And then on the back, it's the Christmas poem with best wishes for a happy holiday season and a bright new year. Okay, well, poem was a bit of an overstatement, but so it has a little phrase, or you can hang it with the Christmas tree. Perfect condition. Box, again, showing a little bit of wear. Probably, I'd say 80s or 90s, just based on the decor of the box. It is made in Japan, but I think Nico is a Japanese company. So this is, I would say maybe 90s, but possibly 80s. I think I got something like this as a wedding gift. So that's why I'm thinking early 90s. But anyway, that is kind of a cool, everyone loves their cheese. Yes, Dolores. It's the Christmas haiku. So you can hang the Christmas haiku on your wall. And you can have it for $10. $10 for the Christmas Spode ripoff tree and haiku. $10 by giving me number 7. For the cheese board.
So many people did look-alike Spode. It's wild to me how much of that is
Absolutely. That is like, I guess you can't copyright the look of a tree, but hello. That is absolutely a Spode look-alike tree.
And I don't see anyone yet coming in, but the chat's been moving a bit slow, so we may have some takers in a few minutes.
Not quite all right.
And again, guys, make sure you're following the eBay channel because these auctions are going to end very soon.
All right. Next item, going back to a kid's item. This one is also new old stock. I had a lot of Christmas stuff all picked up from the same place that just had a lot of vintage stuff still sealed up. So I don't know if they bought it and they just never put it out, or if maybe they actually displayed it as, you know, still sealed. Here is a Whitman Christmas morning framed tray puzzle. You can see the little boy and little girl opening up gifts underneath the Christmas tree. You can see by the sheen, it has its original plastic seal on it. The frame board itself still has the little hole where it would be hung. But if you're not familiar with the frame types of puzzles, these are the ones that the outside stays in place and then the little pieces have a thickness to them and they kind of drop into it. So it's something that you could be, clearly all the pieces are here. But if you want to keep it as new old stock, you can keep it sealed. Either way, it's just kind of a cool vintage Christmas. This one, I don't think I found a date on it. Oh, no, I did. 1977. And this is the same company that does the Little Golden Books, but I don't think there's any association between Little Golden Books and this one, but it is from 1977. So the Whitman picture tray puzzle is $7. $7 for the puzzle by giving me number 8. $7, number 8 for the Christmas tree sealed new old stock puzzle.
I love that 59-cent price
tag. I know, I'm just smacking the front. Like I guess they didn't cover up a kid's face, so I guess they thought it was okay. And it has, it would be a simple puzzle to do. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's only 12 pieces. So, you know, ideal for a younger kid. But this is of an age, I don't even think they show, like they don't even have an age limit on here.
Just that might help date it as well if they did.
Yeah, so it develops coordination and motor control. So it's kid tested. And it does say the 1977. It has a zip code, but yeah, for like actual like 3 and up or 5 and up, they're pretty big pieces. So I'd say on current rules, I would say that this is safer for younger kids because those pieces are pretty big.
And I see Mama J picking up number 8. Congratulations, Mama J.
Thank you, Mama J, for picking that up. All right. I mentioned earlier that Avon sometimes gets a bad rap. Well, to keep me from buying it, because, like I said, sometimes what Avon does is very cute. And this was one of those pieces. It is an Avon. It is dated. They date everything. It is Avon 1983. So we're rocking the 80s. It is a ceramic candlestick holder, but the holder itself is in the shape of a potbelly stove. And alongside the potbelly stove, you've got a little mouse sleeping in the Christmas stocking. And then the base of the candlestick is like a little braided rug, which, you know, to be perfectly honest, if that were a potbelly stove, would be bursting into flames right now. But, you know, from a decorative side point, it's just like a very country, cozy kitchen look. You've got the little blue, and it's kind of a creamy white. It's not beige, but it's not bright white. So there's a little bit of a cream color to the tone. And I will include the candle because it came with a candle when I bought it. So you can have it. So it's Avon 1983. Perfect condition, no chips, no cracks. Avon candlestick holder with the red candle. And Jamie, if that's when you were born, just disconnect. So 1983 for Avon, $9 for the Avon candlestick holder, number 13. $9, number 13 for the Avon candlestick holder.
And Patrick and I have in a campaign to back the trunk down elephants, save them, thumbs up for trunk down. We need a bring back the Avon or save the Avon.
Save the Avon. It does. It gets people just have a bad. They make fun of it, and it's like, I'm sorry, their jewelry is actually very high quality. It's just as a reseller, it tends not to get a lot of love because if you wanted it, you probably got it when it first came out. So there was just a lot of it. So you do come across it very often. But, something like that in a, more highly demandable, like porcelain or whatever, would be way more than $9. So you just have to be, you have to consider it's not going to sell for big bucks. But I'm sorry, this thing's damn cute. And for $9, like, who cares what year he was made or that he's Avon? He's just a freaking cute mouse hanging out in his stocking.
And Lemmy Lemon is picking up number 13. So congratulations, Lemmy.
Thank you, Lemmy, for picking that up. All right. Again, everything I'm doing is Christmas in July. This is a dish that I've carried the shape of the dish before. It's a typical, if you ignore the decoration, it's a typical leaf dish. They're made by a number of different companies. This one happens to be Norcrest. And it is stamped Norcrest Fine China. It does not say Japan, but I'm sure that's where it was made. But I had never seen one that didn't. Usually they're just painted to look like a leaf. You've got all the edges there. They would just put some veining in there, and it'd be like a little leaf dish. And they're always popular. But this one I think is gorgeous. They've got the greenery painted into it, plus the candles, and then the little gold. In addition to dusting the edges with gold, you've got the gold Merry Christmas in the top. It's in perfect condition, no chips, no cracks. This one I don't even think had any crazing to it. So it's a pretty clean white ground, and then the green, and then the berries they're almost like a brownish red. They're not purple. I don't know if they used to be brighter and they might have just dimmed a little bit over time, but it's a great little dish. So it's the Norcrest Merry Christmas leaf dish. You have for $8, $8, and that's number 2. Oh, so they're saying that Sue Spezio used to work for Avon. So does she have a lot? Has she ever displayed what she has, or did she collect it herself? A lot of people that sell it then don't collect it. They just get rid of it.
No, I remember Sue talking about this on one of the lives, but I can't remember if she actually collects any of it. I do see Catherine Young picking up number 2, so congratulations, Catherine. That's a gorgeous.
Thank you, Catherine.
Plate.
I remember when I did the deep dive on Longaberger, Cindy from Mimi's Treasure Cottage, she had sold it, and she then also does collect it. But I don't think Longaberger had the breadth that Avon did. Growing up, my grandfather had all of the cologne bottles that were like in the shapes of things. Now, admittedly, I stay away from those. A lot of times I stay away from them because they still have the liquids in them. And when you have liquids, it's harder to ship. You either have to empty them. And I don't really want my kitchen sink smelling like that. So that's another area those are kind of more of they're cool shapes. Like, again, individually, if you're a firefighter, there's like a cool fire truck, there's some cool reasons to have them. But yeah, sometimes it does get kind of a bad rap.
And 11 minutes left, folks, on the eBay auction, and the Santa planter is now up to $66. So head on over there and check out those items.
Okay, inadvertently, Christy just made one of the funniest comments like I've read, because anyone who watches my channel know that I have a hard time following the chat. And so I randomly saw Christy's comment that said, "My mom sold Avon to Colin." And I was just like, who's Colin? Like scrolling. And then she corrected it. She had to collect. So I'm sorry that I'm not mocking you at all, Christy. That's adorable. But I just thought that was funny. The way auto spell sometimes just tries to read your mind in a very different way than what you'd intended. So Avon to collect. Very cool. All right. I've had off and on the last few sales, I had the chance to pick up a very large ephemera lot, and I'm slowly selling pieces of it. I will be selling more pieces. Next week, Trusty will be on the road. So Trusty travels again. I will be doing my live sale from Omaha. So I will be taking some of the ephemera with me because it's easy to pack. But I did pull out the Christmas postcards. And so I have several different lots of postcards tonight. This is the only lot that I have, because what I tried to do, just to simplify things a little bit, I have some great vintage cards. And as I group them together, this lot of 3 postcards are all postmarked 1908. So these are all over 100 years old with the postmark. So there's proof these are not reproduction in any way. These also still all have the stamps on them. So first one is kindest greetings for Christmas. It has a little thing on there. It says to Nell from Maud. And then on the back, fairly simple. It's got Nell's address. She was Nell from Belleville, New York. And then have a jolly time and write soon, Maud. So and all of these are embossed. That was the other way I combined these. So you can see on the back how much detail some of these are embossed. There's a nice little farm scene with the mistletoe. So that's part of the lot. Number 2 in the lot is this foil enhanced A Happy Christmas Be Yours of a little angel surrounded in foil. Also very heavily embossed. Also from 1908. This one went to Margaret Elms in Auburn, Maine. And it came from, it says, May Santee smile on you this Merry Christmas, your friend Ruth Hall. So you got that one. And then the third one is another vertical one. It says a Merry Christmas in a gold accented font at the bottom. You've got a pair of girls, sisters baking. Check out that stove in the background. Just awesome. With the Christmas tree. Actually, I guess that must be their playhouse or something, because otherwise the Christmas tree has taken over their home. So I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to represent. But this one also very heavily embossed. You can see the indents on the back. This one went to Margaret Elms, also in Auburn, Maine. So these two actually went to the same person. Also dated 1908. This one was from... I have no idea. Rihanna Seloff. Yeah, that's not right. But anyway, I thank you for my lovely Christmas presents. I shall enjoy using them very much. Hopefully Santa Claus will bring you many gifts. I am... And then the name. I've never heard anyone sign off I am.
That's weird.
That's like, I am Spartacus. So whoever that is. So you get this card, and this card. Hey, Sean, Skunky Junk. So you get all 3 of them as a lot for $15. $15 for the 1908 canceled with stamp Christmas cards. $15 for the set. And you get that by giving me number 93. $15.93 for the set of 3 antique Christmas cards.
Those are amazing. It's just so cool to see the postmark on them with the old stamp, and they're filled out. I really like when people write things on those old postcards.
Absolutely. So the next item is something else. This was shown in in a haul video, and people tried to help me out, and I showed it again when I was doing the video. This is a set of shiny Brite somethings. So a couple people contacted me and said that these themselves are not supposed to be electrical, but evidently there's like these little clear spikes that you put those into. The term was given to me was a candelier. I think it was either, I can't remember now if it was Book Bewitched or somebody else. You put into something called a candelier, and that the light from whatever you inserted them in would then kind of go up into the body of these angels. I don't know if that's the case. They said the candelier was designed by Christopher Radko, who bought Shiny Brite, but this is the pre-Christopher Radko days. But maybe he was designing it for things that the old Shiny Brite used to be able to offer. So I just think they're cool with their new old stock. There is floating around in here somewhere is the limb, is the broken off arm of one of the angels. So you get the arm, but one of the angels has a little bit of a disability. So whether you keep it in its as new old stock, I think kind of looks cool by that. Or if you want to take them out and just accent them into like little potted plants or whatever you want to do with them, I thought it was kind of fun. Still not 100% sure what they were designed for when they were made. They were made in Hong Kong, so we're probably looking at maybe the 80s. I think Christopher Radko took over the brand in like 2000. So this is like after the Japan original Shiny Brites, but before the Christopher Radko takeover. So the Shiny Brite Little Angels are $8. $8 for the Shiny Brites. You get them by giving me number 5. $8, number 5 for the Shiny Brite Angel light ups.
And so Nate has just made it.
Nate has returned.
And I see Lois Hoover picking up number 5. Congratulations, Lois. Those are a fun bit of vintage Christmas.
So Barb said she just got her mystery box, and she wanted to thank for the many thoughtful items hidden inside. It was incredibly well packed too. Well, like I said, hers ended up weighing about 9 pounds. There was a lot to try and protect against, because the downside to shipping Metlock's dinner plates, they weigh a lot, and they also can cause lots of damage if you don't package properly, because they're just big. They're like big bricks that you're shipping through the mail. So I'm glad you liked it, Barb. Yours was fun. It's always fun to pack when I know it's not costing much, because then I can just put a lot of different things in there. So glad you got that. We've got a couple more minutes left on the auction. So again, the auction that ends in 3 minutes is for the Copper Luster Creamer and for the Holt Howard lookalike Capri Creations planter. So those are both ending at the top of the hour. It did not look like I had any takers on the lot of the Christmas cards, so those are still available.
And the pitcher lusterware is up to $17, and we're still at $66 for that amazing Santa planter.
All right, I think it is time to do another mystery box.
Yay!
So we've got mystery box, the mid-sale mystery box. So for the 108 people that are still here, you've got another chance to do the mystery box. Works the same way. It's gonna be $15. You got to guess the number, and this time the number is the range. The number falls between 60 and 70. So between 60 and 70 is this mystery box. You can enter your number enter as many numbers as you want, one at a time. And Katie knows what the number is. So really quick, and I did that one purposely quick to see who was quick to be at their keyboard. And I see the number. Now we got to figure out who the first person was that typed it in.
Okay.
So I'll wait for Katie and Nate to juggle who's balancing it and figuring out who they're going to claim first.
I see the number. I am going to wait.
I see it multiple times, so now I'm pretty sure I see who's first, but
I do too, but I think I'm going to wait for Nate to confirm so we don't have any confusion. Folks, you got to make it all the way to New Zealand tonight with your internet.
The internet is one of those funny things.
It sure is, but man, oh man, are these mystery boxes so popular. Okay, and I'm still waiting on Nate, folks, but I know
I'm hovering my button over who I think is first, and we'll just see what Nate ends up saying.
That's right. Okay. And yes, Nate confirms what I see.
And what I see.
The box goes to Flea Market Treasures.
Because it was number 67. So my Flea Market Treasures gets number 67, gets the mystery box. So congratulations.
Congratulations. That's going to be fun.
All right. Congratulations for that. All right. Next item is a Christmas ornament. This is, and I meant to look it up and I forgot. It is engraved at the top. It's 1978 by CMA Incorporated. I don't know who that would be. So it is what looks like, and what I would have guessed had I not seen the mark on it. It is a acrylic ornament. Well, white didn't really help. Let's see if I can pick a different color for the background. So you've got a little dog and a cat with the little signature on there in an oval shaped ornament that is engraved in the back. I'm not sure if you can tell that, but it's kind of cut out in the back. You can see it's a flat surface, and then this is cut through. And then this is the front, based on the fact there's letters at the top here, one of them saying that's year 1978. be perfectly honest, if it spins on your tree, you're not going to be able to tell. It doesn't matter which way's forward, but you do have a little dog and a little cat on a little Christmas ornament. And the little Christmas ornament is $5. What? All right. Well, my planter just sold. Hold a moment. So this is $5. $5 for the cat and the dog acrylic ornament. CMA. Did anyone guess what CMA was? Is that like one of those little? I can't think of who else made like Hallmark ornaments. But anyway, CMA, 1978, $5, number 70. Oh, so Kitschy Corner is saying you could actually get those. Yeah, there would be space in those that you could definitely get a name engraved either on the top or the bottom, or name of the dog or your cat. But the last time I looked to see what the planter was selling for, it was selling for $66. Then it went up to $70. Well, it just sold, and it sold for over $100. It sold for $107.04. So in literally the last 60 seconds, it went flying. So somebody had some pretty high caps in there. All right, so CMA. Oh no, Melody's trying to be funny. Realtors can't be funny, Melody. Haven't you figured that out yet? So CMA. Anyway, so if you bought let me see if I can figure out who bought the luster and the planter, because if you're in the sale, I definitely want to give you credit for that. So let's see. And this one was, no, that's not what I want. So the two items that sold went to, in case you guys haven't checked your own emails yet, the copper luster went to somebody from eBay that has lilac in their name. And then the Santa planter went to somebody that has the word Alexander in their name. So that may or may not be anybody in the sale, but congratulations for picking up both the planter and the copper luster. Did we have any takers on this, Katie, on the ornament?
We did not, but I just did a quick Google, and I did find out that stands for Christmas Carolers Music Maker Gifts.
Okay.
Apparently. And it is a really cute ornament. But congratulations for everyone that won the eBay auction.
Yes. So then what just went live is, this is cheating. We're not quite into true. And okay, I thought it was you, Sandy, from For Sandy's Lilac. So she's the one that bought the copper luster. But I didn't want to, shout out your name just in case that wasn't you. Lilac is in several people within the vintage world. So I thought it was you, but I wasn't sure. So anyway, this is Mary Engelbreit. It is dated 2003. So we're not quite to a Etsy definition of vintage yet. That's why it's also going up on eBay. I have had, just out of a weird, kind of, I'm not going to say coincidence, but I come across Mary Engelbreit every once in a while. She's based out of Kansas City. Originally she was based out of Kansas City. So in the Midwest, she pops up quite a bit. And when I find pieces, which isn't like super common, but when I find pieces, I find that they tend to sell really well on eBay. So I've had 3 or 4 items that I've sold on eBay. They've always sold fairly quickly and sold for well more than I would have thought. This is one I cannot find. So I'm hoping that's a good sign. I'm hoping that's good for me. But she has another line that has the same sign that says home. So that P is an M, and all the decor is more like traditional Mary Engelbreit, like the flowers and like the checkerboards and the things that she's more known for. This one is the Christmas one with hope. So it still has, kind of the red and white flower she's known for, but now it's got a candle, it's got a star, it's got holly, it's got a bell. This is the Christmas version. So this is now live. So this one will also end next week during my live sale. And then I was very excited. This one, Chrissy's Corner for Collectors asked me to say the name again, please. For Mary Engelbreit? Is that what you meant? So yeah, Kitschy Corner, M-E, has a following. She even has a little label there on ME. She definitely has a following. And so these pieces even though this was not quite 20 years old, people want her older stuff. And so this is as old as you get. So I'm not sure, Chrissy, which name you mean. If you meant the winner of the pieces, okay, you got it. All right. That's the downside to chat. Sometimes the comment comes up 10 seconds after I've been talking, so then I have no idea what you're asking. So yes, Mary Engelbreit is very popular, but this was a piece. This is the N to Noel. So this is a candlestick holder, little like one of those little tiny candles. This is a piece that they're marked Japan, but there was no other marking on them, and I couldn't figure out who these were. So I was doing the listing to get these listed today. And I just did one last check, like, maybe I can find them. I just did some random search terms to try and like describe this. And I found it. It was the exact set of letters in its original box. And so I saw the box. So I knew these are actually Commodore. So for people that know the vintage Christmas world, Commodore is a name that comes up on occasion. And they do very high quality. I unfortunately do not have a box. So the one with these in the box is currently selling for $149. I don't know what these will sell for. I did not start them at $149. I don't have the box, but I'm thrilled to be able to say they're Commodore, because until literally like 2 hours ago, I didn't know that. So these are Commodore. So we've got the N, the O, the E, and the L. So they are cold painted. So you've got some scuffs on the red. But those are now live, and that sale or that auction will end next Thursday while I'm in Omaha. And I will do the same thing, and I will announce whoever wins that one. And we'll see what those do. So
number 70 goes to Karen Dondelinger, the beautiful ornament with the little cat and doggy.
Excellent. Thank you, Karen, for picking him up, giving him a home. All right. For those that might have been joining later, hadn't been at the beginning of the sale, early in the sale, I had a stamped cross-stitch stocking. Now I have another one. Casey Myers, the Noel letters, I would say, are probably 50s or 60s. They are marked Japan. They are made by Commodore. People like maybe Jamie, some people might know that brand better to know when they were the most popular. But based on appearance, they've got the little silver stardust accents on them. I'm thinking 50. Yeah, Katie says.
I think 50s too. And it's hard to find this whole pair together. Usually you find just an N or just an L. Sometimes they're broken. So this is a really great set.
Yes, so I was excited to find those. So I have another stamped cross stitch. This was the one that people had to figure out, help me figure out what it was, because it is the same type, but this one doesn't say stamped cross stitch. It just said stamped fabric. And I didn't know if that meant this was embroidery or like what that would count, but it still has the little X's in the design. And this one is the Christmas unicorn. So you got the little wreath and the bow, but it looks like kind of a carousel horse, I guess, that is a unicorn. And you can see, hopefully you can see in the thread, there's gold metallic thread, which accents the design. So this is a stamped Christmas unicorn stocking, sealed New Old stock. It is $8. $8 for the New Old stock unicorn stocking by giving me number 33. $8.33 for the unicorn, not uniform, unicorn stocking.
And Nate has me cracking up over here. He says, great if you know someone called Lennon.
All right. We've gone an hour into my sale and I haven't had a coaster yet.
Oh no, we have to have coasters.
I got to fix that. So Jamie is agreeing. Noel looks 50s to me, and that the silver is crushed. Oh, crushed mica. I don't know how I would tell that. I'm not as familiar with that, but this one also has it like even on his the pom-pom on his head. So, all right. This is my set of coasters. This is the White Christmas coaster set, new old stock, dated 1988, Artmark, Chicago. They are about 4 inches in diameter. They are metal, and you can see it's a little house with guy bringing packages into the home with Santa flying overhead with, evidently his A-team of just 3 reindeer. So you just got a cute little set of vintage metal coasters, and they are available. There are 6 coasters in here. Actually, I think that every time I counted them, I counted 7, and I can't believe there'd be 7. So let me do this one more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I still count 7. I think there should be 8, but it feels like there's 7 in there. But anyway, it's $6. So $6 for at least 6 coasters. Think there's 7 coasters. There may even be 8. $6 for the set of coasters, and you can get those by giving me number 26. $6.26 for the new old stock white Christmas coaster set. All right, we have no takers on the stocking.
And I see Pat Simpson saying she's going to take the stocking, number 33.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Pat Simpson.
And our fellow coaster lover, Karen Dondelinger, is picking up number 26.
Excellent.
So enjoy those, Karen. Great with some eggnog on them.
There you go. All right. Thank you for picking up both of those. And we've already had our first bid for the candle holders, the Noel candle holders.
Fabulous.
Right. Got another, this is a brand that I personally was not familiar with. It's called Hearthstone, Hartstone, Hearthstone pottery. I'm not 100% sure what this logo is supposed to be. It kind of looks like a hand, sort of, but then it looks like there's a dot above the thumb. So I'm not sure if it's a hand or if it's like if I turn it. But it does say Hearthstone USA. And it is impressed into, and you can see the little copyright symbol impressed in the bottom as well. So it looks like a hand with something in between the thumb and the finger, I guess. Anyway, it's Hearthstone. It is a Christmas mug. It's relatively small. I mean, I wouldn't say, like, it's not quite an espresso cup. So I don't know if it's more of a kid's mug. It is 2 3/4 inches tall. So it's like, I would say maybe 6 ounces. So maybe that does make it an espresso. I'm not sure. Oh, so Irene knows them. So Zanesville, Ohio. Okay, Ohio does a lot of pottery. So Hearthstone is not a name I've come across before. It has a very simplistic, like a sponge painting design with the tree, the candy canes, the stocking. I'm not 100% sure what's happening with that stocking. It looks like a snail. What do you think, Katie?
I think something's coming out of the top, like maybe that fun Christmas tinsel.
Okay, and then the gifts, and then we come back to the other side. Let's see what the stocking's doing on this side. Yeah,
same thing. It seems like maybe the painter got a little excited.
Yeah, it's there on purpose because it's there twice, but I don't know what it's supposed to be. But anyway, perfect condition, just a nice little sweet mug. I mean, I use it for your coffee or use it to hold, one of those little mini bottle brush trees or collection, or like put some ribbon and stuff in it. It would make it just a great little accent, or put something on top of it, a nice little riser for some of your Christmas displays to get some height on things in the back. It's a little Hearthstone pottery mug, and it's only $4. $4 for the mug, and it is number 10. Oh, smelly things with a jester hanging inside, and that actually feels like almost what it would be. Although it looks to me like a slug. But so $4, number 10 for the Hearthstone Christmas mug.
And I have some Spode mugs in my Christmas collection, and they are about that size. We always had hot cocoa out of them. I just think some of those mugs are made smaller for some reason.
Yeah, back then, you didn't need the 20 ounces of coffee to wake you up in the morning.
You could even get that and put a little gift card in it with some chocolate and give that for Christmas.
Now, I chose not to make this part of the listing with Mary Engelbreit. I just figured it's a small item. I would throw this in individually here, but it is another Mary Engelbreit item. It is a 2-dimensional wood Christmas ornament. It says peace. It has the same design on both sides. It's just a little laminated art on the front and the back of a little girl and a dove. Basically, I don't know what she's holding. a basket of hearts and stars, or heart-shaped basket with stars. I think that might be a Mary Engelbreit thing. So you've got Mary Engelbreit Christmas ornament, little wood ornament. This one doesn't have a date or anything on it or any other reference other than the fact it is ME, which is how all of her stuff is marked. So I'm just selling it here for $5. So $5 for the little Mary Engelbreit ornament, $5 by giving me number 48. $5.48 for the little Mary Engelbreit ornament.
And that is such a nice size. Again, if you've got a gap in your Christmas tree, it would be a perfect color.
It is, should have measured it. It is 5.5 inches tall. So yeah, it would fill a nice big gap in your on your Christmas tree. Number 48. All right.
And I see Lynn Fogel picking that up.
Thank you, Lynn. All right. Thank you very much. All right. I've got another Christmas postcard. The rest of these I'm doing individually. So this one is from 1911. This is from this is heading to New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. It was postmarked out of Cleveland, Ohio. And it is to give you greetings this Christmas. It is another embossed card. It's got an evergreen bow with a little bow on the top of it. It has the 1911 postmark. You can see the embossing on the back. And then it still has the stamp in situ. So you've got for stamp collectors, Christmas selectors, and the design of the card itself was the highest award series. So you've got a high quality postcard in itself. And the postcard was made by Meissner and Bosch in London and printed in Germany. So you got the international postcard that went to New Wilmington, Pennsylvania, RFD number 34. So individual postcard, 1911 postmark is $5. $5 for the 1911 vintage postcard, $5 by giving me number 1. $5 number 1 on the 1911 postcard.
And that is just an amazing graphic and still in fantastic shape.
Yeah, all of the stuff that I picked up from this state was, all the paper was in just such great shape. I was very excited to pick it up.
It's amazing to me that people kept those and these kinds of things survived.
Absolutely.
Over many years.
All right, the next piece I showed in one of my haul videos, and it's one of those cases where the piece itself is newer, but it is made with older stamps. So this is a little picture frame, still sealed. It was made by 2 women in San Francisco, unique papers, still got the seal and everything on the back. As I throw it, it has the picture, like the picture that it was sold in. So the frame itself is brand new, but they decoupaged or somehow adhered these 22-cent Christmas stamps. And we did a little bit of digging trying to figure out when that meant these were from, but the clue was actually right on the cover of the box in 1963, that these were from the 60s Christmas stamps for a Christmas picture postcard or a picture frame. And it was sold by that 2 women's company in this great little box, first class mail, very cute with all the postage theme. And you've got a cute little frame. So you've got the cute little picture frame with the vintage Christmas card stamps on it for $6. $6 for the little Christmas card stamp frame by giving me number 40. $6, number 40 for the Christmas card or the Christmas stamp frame.
And that is really a clever idea. I agree, Irene. I like the design.
Absolutely. All right, so the postcard did not sell. All right, this was another item I had in my haul video. And this one is a little bit of condition issue for it, but I thought it was cute enough that I wanted to go ahead and pick it up. It is a Christmas carols book. The condition issue is there's a little bit of a tear right there on the front, unfortunately, with the cover. But you open up the cover, it's got Merry, Merry Christmas, and then throughout it are Christmas carols. So So you've got, well, Story of the Christmas Carols, but then you've got the actual music and Christmas carols for someone with much better eyesight than I have. So we've got Silent Night. This I do not understand. The first Noel, but check out how they spelled it.
That's a very interesting spelling.
So I don't know if that's a way to date this. Does that make it, definitely pre-spell check. God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. The Cherry Tree Carol. I haven't heard of that one.
That's new to me.
The Wassail Song. I've heard that. Away in a Manger. It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. Hark the Herald Angels Sing. While shepherds watch their flock. Oh, come all you faithful. And is that it? And then Oh, Little Town of Bethlehem. So most of them I know, but so you got, and then a little decoration on the back. So again, this is probably more designed for display purposes as opposed to bringing out the bifocals and trying to actually read the music. But it's just kind of a great old-fashioned Christmas design. Again, just with the slight little tear right there on the front. So because of that, it's only $5. So $5 for the little Christmas carols book. $5 by giving me number 52. $5.52 for the little Christmas carol book.
And that really is a phenomenal book. And I was just reading here, it says the first Noel was spelled that way in the early 1900s, traditional English spelling.
Okay. This one did have a mark in the middle that said Kedzie 5426. So it's definitely during the phone numbers, but when the phone numbers were still with names. So I don't know if but that could have been written at any time. So I don't think it's as old as the 1900s, but maybe they were pulling from like an old book or something like that. But yeah, the words are the same. It's just Noel, just spelled in his own little way.
Lois Hoover is picking up number 52. Congratulations, Lois.
Thank you, Lois, for picking that up. All right. I don't offer jewelry very often, but when I came across this one, I'm like, okay, it's Christmas. So it's going to fit into my Christmas sale. We've got the Christmas brooch. So this one is, I had to play around with my little loop trying to figure it out. It is signed. And what I find interesting, which I don't know if anyone else is familiar with it, it says Dodds, DODD''S, but the S is backwards. So I don't know if they normally signed it backwards or if that was just a legitimate error that for some reason when they stamped it, the S was somehow backwards. But it is a Dodds silver tone brooch. It's not silver, not platinum, anything like that. But you've got just screaming mid-century, the shape of the ornament that it's in, plus all the little jewels, glass, of course, but the little jewel colors that they used for that. We got Jamie's already screaming for it, or screaming about it. She probably has 7 of them. So, this is just another one. But this is the silver tone version of it from Dodds. It has the little, what kind of clasp was that considered? Katie, is that No, that's lobster.
I believe that's like the safety clasp.
Just the safety clasp, yeah. So it's got the little turning safety clasp on there. And it is $10. So $10 for the Dodds Christmas ornament brooch. $10 by giving me number 43. $10, number 43. I'm sorry, 63. Sorry. $10, number 63 for the Dodds brooch.
And that is.
Oh, so Dolores is saying it's a rollover clasp. Okay.
Rollover. Okay.
All right. I'm trying to remember that. Thank you, Dolores.
I've heard so many different terms, and
right.
I'm still learning a lot about jewelry.
And I know it is a safety clasp, but that's why I wasn't sure if there was a term for it other than that, because I know that there's different types of safety clasps.
And that was a very popular little brooch there. And I see Catherine Young picking up number 63. Congrats, Catherine.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Catherine. I saw Dolores. You tried to get it. Unfortunately, your internet did not hop you over the pond fast enough. So sorry, you're missing out on that one. All right. So that was the brooch. Now there's another Santa piece. This is another unsigned piece. This is a Santa. I'm going to guess it is a like Christmas card holder. It's the height of this back piece is short enough that yes, maybe you could put like cocktail napkins in there, but I think they would just flip over. I don't think that it's tall enough to keep them upright. So I don't think it would look right. So the fact that he's holding a card, I'm thinking means that this is also to hold Christmas cards. But you can hold anything you want. You can hold your mail. You could hold just one Christmas card. And I've got a whopper of a Christmas card coming up. So, you never know. It's not stamped in any way, but I would say based on its detail, it is Bisque porcelain as opposed to the shiny gloss finish. It's a Bisque finish. I'm thinking it's at least maybe Japan, but I think maybe moving into Taiwan or even Hong Kong, because there's some very, very nice detail put into this, and he's in exceptionally good condition. So definitely still vintage, but he's almost too good of quality to be like the oldest era, like 50s or 60s. But you be the judge. I think he's a great little piece. I think he would look great in anything, whatever kind of Christmas design you've got. And he's only $12. So $12 for the little Santa card holder, $12 by giving me number 24. $12, number 24 for the little porcelain Bisque finished Santa.
And that is a cute little Santa. And I see Chad, Shop Retro Days, picking up number 24. Congratulations, Chad. And Sean, he says, okay, people, go take a bathroom break. I really want this one.
Sorry, you missed out, Sean. All right. This is weird, but that's why I bought it. And I'll just tell you right off the bat, it's only gonna be $5, but it is weird. And I've never seen anything like it. And all of you people that are more familiar with vintage Christmas, you need to help me identify this. And I have like a floating feather floating around my face. Like I first thought it was a mosquito, and it's literally, I don't know where a feather came from. I don't have anything stuffed. I have no idea where this came from. All right. So the annual report from This'll Do. All right. Starts out innocently enough. You can tell it's kind of thick, but it is a Christmas card. So you've got the annual report from This'll Do. Front, back has a little lantern on it. You open it up and you've got a couple playing the piano, and suddenly you've got a story. So we've crudely wrapped wishes both warm and true, spreading news of the family all the way through. Mildred's crutches and wheelchair, things of the past. Put cheer in Bill's song, and from the Hammond a blast. All right, so we've got some family stuff going on. It looks like Mildred was in a wheelchair, but she's not anymore. Now she's wearing heels, so evidently she's recovered. So we've opened the card, but then we open the card again, and now you've got this big section. Now turn next to Chicago and keep moving along, for 5 more of the family just join in the song. There's Bonnie, Willard, and of course Amy and Ted, who this year have Timothy to pull in their sled. So they evidently had a baby named Timothy, and so you've got this whole family. So I don't know if these are like the grandkids of the woman in the wheelchair. I have no idea, or what the Buick has to do with anything. But now we open the card again, and we've got swing over to Cambridge and at Harvard to look in. Back from France and Italy are Nancy and Jim. Little Lon and Ariane, last year called Gary, must have brought along the stork from old Paris. Okay, I do not understand the one last year called Gary. No clue. But they had a baby. And then if you'll fly out to Texas, young Bill you'll see. His law books are closed again. A captain is he. He's squad commander, and though far from here, helps tie up this package of holiday cheer. So he's working for, I don't know, I guess the military. He's got epaulets on his shoulders, so I guess somehow he's working with the Air Force. And then Merry Christmas. Before you fold up the biggest message in years, let old Prince, slowed down by his 14 long years, through his huskiest bark in the sketchy review, join the whole Huffstatter family from This'll Do. So this all appears to be a Christmas card newsletter from the Huffstatter family, but I don't know what This'll Do means. So
I wonder if that's the name of a town.
Maybe, because then the This'll Do was at the very beginning. If you remember, I'll hold it back up. Annual report from This'll Do. So, and there was like a little like a little homestead on there that looks like the Von Trapps live there. So I don't know what this is. So it is just a massive greeting card or Christmas card. I have no idea how you're supposed to display it. It's a conversation piece. And like I said, I picked it up. I thought it was awesome. I'm selling it for $5. So $5 for the This'll Do Hofstadter family Christmas. Did anyone figure out what era this would have been?
I don't think so, but I saw someone saying that maybe This'll Do is a dog's name, and Jamie's saying that it's a pun.
Well, This'll Do, I mean, it's clearly trying to, it's saying This'll Do, turning it into a word. I tried to figure out from the family names, but like there's a Bonnie. So B, like I was thinking, is it like the initials of people from the family? But then like Bonnie doesn't fit into it. So I don't know. I'm sure somebody got this and they liked it enough they kept it. From the graphics, what do you think, Katie? I'm thinking like 50s or 60s.
I really think 50s with that.
I mean, he's got a really tight suit on. She's wearing little heels and a little tight dress, considering she just got out of a wheelchair. So I thought that maybe Jamie would know. And yeah, Delbert hits her right in the head. Wheelchair to high heels. That's a Christmas miracle. Okay, so Jamie is saying 1956. She's going specific. So she's mid 50s. Anyway, like I said, it's $5. So it's like a weird little thing that I'm not even sure what you're going to do with it, but it can't go to a landfill. Somebody has to be able to figure out some way of using this. So it's only $5. And if this is the only thing you buy, it'll drop into an envelope and go first class mail. It'll be a wonderful thing. So $5 for the This'll Do Hofstadter family Christmas card. $5 by giving me number 12. $5, number 12 for the This'll Do Christmas card.
And I just Googled This'll Do, and I do see that there's a 2405 Bineville Road location available in Alabama, This'll Do. So apparently there is an Alabama This'll Do, but I have no clue if that has anything to do with this Christmas card.
Yeah, because they never, like, they send you to Boston, they send you to Chicago, they send you to Houston, but they never say where we are, which I guess maybe is This'll Do. Maybe they're in Alabama.
And I do see Melody's Mini Miscellaneous picking up that fabulous piece. That is just amazing.
All right. Thank you, Melody, for picking that up. All right. I also have a little Christmas handkerchief, which I thought was sweet. It was embroidered. It's a, fairly sheer, like more of a decorative handkerchief. But on one corner, they embroidered a little Christmas tree bough with little shiny Brite. It's got an indent, UFO shaped. Like they actually really did their homework of how to do ornaments on their Christmas tree, probably because those are the ornaments they had on their Christmas tree. It's only decorated on one corner. The handkerchief itself is definitely like a machine store-bought handkerchief because you can see the ribbings on it. What I don't know is if this was also machine made. It is very well detailed in both the front and the back. So I have a feeling this was not hand done. This probably was machine embroidered, but who cares? It looks very cool. And yeah, Book Bewitched, absolutely frameable. This would just be super, super cool. Or you could frame the This'll Do card if that's what you meant, but then you lose the benefit of opening up the card. But this I just think is very cool. You could use it just as like a front of your vignette, kind of like draped over the edge of the shelf. And you just have a sweet little handkerchief with a Christmas design, and it's only $5. So $5 for the embroidered Christmas tree ornament handkerchief. $5 by giving me number 49. $5, number 49 for the handkerchief.
And that is just a gorgeous handkerchief.
And also, let's see. So
and I see Karen Dondelinger picking up number 49. Congratulations, Karen.
Excellent. Thank you, Karen, for picking that up. All right. The postcards haven't done particularly well, so I don't know why I'm going to show you another one, but I do have another one. This one is also older. It is dated 1914, but you only know that because that's what they wrote. This one does not have a stamp. It was a gold standard brand card, but it does not look like it was ever sent because there's no cancellation mark on it. There's no indication that the stamp was ever removed, but they filled it out. So it's going to go to Washington, New Jersey from Ruby, I guess. But I don't know if they put it into an envelope or what the case was. The design is a little bit different. I think that is like on the Sea of Galilee. I think that's like a famous painting. And it just says a joyful Christmas. So it's less celebratory, a little bit more somber. But it's definitely a vintage Christmas card. It's in phenomenal condition because it wasn't ever mailed. You can see how heavily embossed it is. You can see the impression on the back. And it was dated 1914, even though it was never actually mailed. So you've got the Joyful Christmas postcard, uncirculated, unstamped, but dated 1914. This one is $4. So $4 for the unstamped 1914 card, $4 by giving me number 20. $4, number 20 for the card.
And that holly berry design around the outside is just incredible. I mean, these would be great framed. You could do so much with them. I would hate for them to be in a junk journaling situation, but that is a possibility.
I just received a private message from somebody who's asking me to take this off of auction, and they will pay me $50 right now if I take this off of auction. Not going to happen. First of all, I just think that's pretty tacky, but sorry if it's one of you watching, but to send me an email or a message saying, hey, take it down, I'll give you money. No. So sorry, Mr., Miss, whoever you are, that's not going to happen. All right. So that one was, I don't even know what I just showed. What did I just show? Number 20. Did anyone buy number 20? No, nobody likes my postcards. That's okay. Those will do well on Etsy. All right. Okay, 2 items left. Vignette time. I don't know what why I bought this, other than the fact I thought it was cool. It is literally an old empty box that once sold 20 Christmas cards, 2-in-1 charm and humor. Box is empty. Nothing special about the inside, just the cardboard. I just fell in love with all the graphics of the cards that used to be in here. I probably overpaid for it. Isn't that just awesome? Like I said, like this is one of those cases, like you could turn this into a vignette. Like I don't even know how you would do it, but somehow maybe put put it like this so you can put stuff in the box. I have no idea what you're going to do with it. Like I said, I probably overpaid for it, but I don't care because it was very cool. And I know some of you who are more creative than I am would have a way of using this. And what would you say on these graphics? 60s?
I would say 1960s with those graphics. Just
yeah, kind of looks like the Campbell kids. Like
the and the rosy cheeks on that guy's face.
I just check out that little dog. I just wish those cards were still in here. That dog is awesome.
This would be a great place to put all of your Christmas cards coming in the house.
Absolutely. And like there were 20 unique designs. They're just also like, I'm sorry, I don't know what the angel's doing, like trying to tug on the deer, but whatever.
And does that letter have a zip code on it? I think it does in the image.
Oh, you're right. So Newport. Yeah, there's definitely something after what would have been the state. So yeah, so maybe this is putting it after 1963. Oh, that's a good eye. So yeah, so it's probably 60s. I don't think it's 70s. I think it's earlier than that. Yeah, but there's nothing on here like who made them. There's no maker's name. There's like, I don't know how these would have been originally sold. Like if there would have been a shrink wrap around it or something. So anyway, it's an empty box, very lightweight. And yeah, Lynn saw the Campbell kid.
I see that too.
Totally see that. And there's no, to my knowledge, I also didn't see an artist's name anywhere on, like I like sometimes they do like really small on the edges. I don't see any, like maybe it's the same artist, who knows. But anyway, it's the empty Christmas card box for your vignettes. It's $7. $7 for the little empty box, $7 by giving me number 36. $7.36 for the Christmas card box.
I mean, that is just such a cool box, and it's really neat that you rescued it, Patrick.
And that's kind of the philosophy in some of these. Like, okay, it's an empty box. It's going to get thrown away. So I need to save it because somebody will be able to give it a home. I'm not, but somebody will be able to give it a home.
And lots of people like that box there. And I see Vintage Lovin' Nerd picking that up. Congratulations, Cheryl.
All right. Excellent. All right. So my last official item for the evening is my last mystery box. So once this is done, I will go through the items that did not sell behind me. So if you miss out on the mystery box, we'll kind of be done if you don't want to stick through, but I will show the items that did not sell. So if you picked something up and you want to add something that won't cost much more for freight, you might be able to pick something up. Who knows? But for now, I've got the last mystery box. So you all know you get a maxi pad in the mystery box. And this last mystery box is $15. Once again, going to give you the range. And this time, the range that you need to be guessing is between 90 and 99. Between 90 and 99 is this last range of mystery box.
And I have to say, I love my maxi pad that I got, my mystery box from Patrick. It is so fun.
And if anybody starts getting multiples, if you want me, like I'm not so brazen that I'm just going to start signing everyone's mystery boxes. You don't need my autograph. But if you have more than one and you want one signed or personalized, let me know. I'll write it using a magic marker. I'm not personalizing it in any other way. But I will write something on the box if you are so inclined. But in general, I'm trying to keep them mint in box so you can do whatever you want with them.
I think it's such a cool conversation piece when you have that in your bathroom. And I know that I see the number already, but I'm waiting for Nate from New Zealand to give us the final answer. All right.
Mine just jumped all the way to the bottom, so I'm scrolling all the way back up to try and find because I saw it.
Halem Nassif picking this up. Congratulations,
Halem. And there he is, because the number is 92. So Halem gets the final mystery box. So congratulations, Halem and Melody. You'll get a fun-filled mystery box. I will send that your way. All right, so the only thing left is to just talk about what did not sell. So I will say goodbyes in case you don't want to hang around for that. If you've been with me the whole time, first of all, congratulations. Thank you. Oh, well, hello there. We've got Blue Flamingo Mercantiles in the house. So that's Laura Bimos has joined us again. Or no, that's Lori. I'm sorry. We've got multiple mercantiles. But hello, Lori. I did not say hi to you earlier. It's always nice when the names fly in because that's when I start seeing the people that I missed. I missed Nancy as well. So hi, Nancy. Nettie I missed. Okay, I did pretty well, but I did miss some people. Anyway, so if you want to just get a little summary of what I had left over, I will do that. But if not, if you've been with me, thank you so much for joining. Again, next week I will have another live sale, but it will be Trusty traveling. I will be on the road, and it appears right now, unless my schedule changes, I will be coming to you from Omaha, Nebraska. So I will be in my hotel in Omaha doing my sale next week. And as a reminder, this item is up for auction right now. So this one is currently in my eBay store, on my eBay store as an auction. That will end next Thursday. So that will be ending in the middle of the sale next week, as well as the Commodore porcelain Noel Santas. So both of those already have bids, and I've also got people asking me to stop the sale so they can buy it outright. So we shall see how they do. Congratulations to I've already taken them down. So congratulations to Sandy for picking up the, I think you picked up the creamer. No, maybe you picked up the Santa. I can't remember what Sandy, for Sandy Lilac bought.
The lusterware picture.
The lusterware. So she bought the lusterware. And I don't think anyone from the sale claimed the Holt Howard. So it must have just been somebody from the regular eBay community, which is totally fine. But they also won that. So this little baby went for over $100. So I'm actually a little surprised, but I'm very happy about that. And I hope Alexander, whoever it was, will give it a very good home. All right. So just a really quick summary of what I did not sell. We had the little vintage frame with the vintage stamps. Now, Melody is saying that the 22-cent stamp wasn't until the 80s. Somebody else, when we did this during the live sale, had found them earlier than that. And the stamp's at 63. So the 63 may not be relevant. I will trust Melody. She, if it's on the internet, it must be true. So 22 cents. Those look, maybe they could be 80s. who knows? The fact is, it is a modern frame just using old canceled stamps, but you can't see with a cancel mark, so you just know it's 22 cents. So that was number 40, and that was $6. So that is still available. And we had the little Hearthstone mug, and that was $4. That was number 10. We had a bunch of postcards. If anyone wants to see the postcards, let me know. We've had the little Avon recipe plaques, little metal recipe plaques. So we had the blueberry orange nut bread and the bûche de Noel. Those were $8. That was number 34 for the pair of Avon recipe plaques. And the cheese snack board with the fake Spode Christmas tree and the Christmas haiku, non-haiku on the back with its original box and packaging. That was $10 and number 7.
And I see Mama J for number 34. Congratulations, Mama.
Thank you, Mama J, for picking that up. I love those little plaques. I actually did have them listed on Etsy since I picked them up, and they didn't sell there, so I dropped the price significantly to sell them here. I just thought they were cute. Like, I don't know why they weren't more popular. So
and that recipe is so good.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if you don't use the recipe, they just look there, and they're perfect because I like things when they are Christmas or themed like that, because then you don't have to decorate your entire house that way. You'd be like, oh, I'm going to put them out at Christmas and then take them back down. It just adds to a little bit. So the cheese plate, small mug, the postcards, the stamp frame. And yeah, so that was everything. So unless anyone wanted to see specific postcards, I can go through those, but this evidently was not the place for my vintage postcards. So again, thank you so much. Let's bring Katie back up on the screen. Let's make sure she gets dressed. All right, there we go. So yeah, Katie was looking fantastic today. I said she looks like she was going to church.
Thank you.
So what was your brooch today?
Today I have a really cool brooch on. This I got from This and That Vintage Thrills on Instagram, I believe. And it's just a really, really fun 1950s brooch with the kind of blue rhinestones. It's just so fun.
Awesome. And Sheila is asking to see postcards. I apologize, Sheila. I did not see that.
I did not see that either, Sheila. I'm so sorry.
So I'll show you the postcards. So the first set, basically, they're all either $5 or $4. So the first set was a set of 3, and that was for $15. These were all postmarked 1908. So they're all embossed. So you had the little girls cooking with some sort of like kitchen set or something underneath the Christmas tree. Like perspective-wise, this seems a little odd, but it says a Merry Christmas. It was sent to Auburn, Maine. Actually, it was also sent from Auburn, Maine. I didn't realize that. The postmark is also Auburn, Maine, but these are 1908. And then you had this silver foil enhanced angel with a Happy Christmas Be Yours, also from 1908. This one also was going to Auburn, Maine. And then the third one, also from 1908, was shipped from Louisville, Kentucky to Belleville, New York. And this one was a little mistletoe scene with a farm scene in the background. Kindest greetings for Christmas to Nell from Maud. So that was a set of 3 was $15. That was $93 for the set. Then the other ones were individual. So this one did not have a postmark, but it was dated. It was sent to somebody, but they must have sent it in an envelope or hand delivered it in 1914. So you've got the Sea of Galilee artwork with the evergreen and holly design around it. A Joyful Christmas. Because there's no stamp or postmark, that one's only $4. So that one is $4, number 20. And then the last one that I showed, I have one more than I ever showed because no one seemed to want them. This one was To Give You Greeting This Christmas, little evergreen bough. These are also embossed. This one is from 1911, postmarked Cleveland, Ohio, shipping to New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. Florence and John, and it's from the Highest Award Series, printed in Germany. So those were all 1908, and or no, I'm sorry, that's this one's by itself. So this was 1911. That was number 1, and that was $5 by itself. So the posted ones are $5. each. The unposted one was $4. And then there was one more I didn't show. This one was dated 1909. This was also mistletoe. This was also sent to Belleville, New York from Nashville, Tennessee. This one was dated 1909. Still has a stamp in situ. That was also $5. And that one was number 82. That one I hadn't even shown because none of the other ones had sold.
And so, Sheila would like 93 and number 1. Congratulations, Sheila.
Thank you, Sheila, for picking those up. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate when people stick around for things like that. And these are very inexpensive to ship because they can just go into a regular envelope.
And Sheila would also like 82.
You should pick up the bonus one that nobody else saw. So congratulations for sticking around. You win. You win the one no one noticed. So Sheila gets number 82 as well. So she liked the ones that had the stamps on them, and I don't blame you, Sheila. I prefer those as well. That's why I marked the ones that weren't stamped or postmarked cheaper, and the ones that don't have any sort of dates are even cheaper than that. But I didn't have any all the Christmas, and this was like a weird coincidence. Just all of the Christmas ones I got from this estate, I got literally hundreds of postcards I will be selling. Tons of them were not postmarked at all, but all of the Christmas ones were. So like, I don't know if this was, but they were from different places. So it's like they had collected these on purpose. So I don't know if they just specifically were only collecting the stamped ones, but there's going to be a lot that I'll sell from that collection that are not postmarked or have any sort of writing on them at all, because some people like those too, because there's some cool graphics. So thank you, sheila, for picking those up, and those all go in a standard. I even bought special mailers specifically for all of these postcards that I'm going to be selling. So you'll be the first person that gets my special mailers. So let's bring Katie back up on the screen. So thank you so much, Katie, for helping me out. Thank you, Nate, for helping me out as well. That's better late than never. So I appreciate you joining us. We're just going to make it very clear. I was not in an all nude production of Annie Get Your Gun, nor was I in an all nude production of Annie. So, like I said, when that came up, a nude production of Annie is probably a felony. So let's not have any of that kind of discussion going out there. But Annie Get Your Gun, no. So what I technically had been in was it involved children's. So why I was doing this, I do not know. But it was supposed to be Matilda the musical, but because of COVID, it was basically we just couldn't do the rehearsals because the cast was too big. So we turned it into kind of a concert cabaret where we took some of the music from the show and sung it, but then we also brought in other music. So we had I sang a song from Bye Bye Birdie. We sang, there were songs from The Lightning Thief, which I didn't even know had been made into a musical.
No, I didn't either. I read that.
So that was actually my favorite song from the show. There was this duet of two teenagers from The Lightning Thief, and they just had such great harmonies. It was just a really cool song. So I'm gonna have to check that one out. So some classic musicals, there was like the Christmas Story has been made into a musical. Pasek and Paul did that one. So there was some songs from that. So it ended up being 35 or 36 songs. So the show was over 2 hours long. It was a fairly long concert, but it was not, so it wasn't a traditional production. So there was some downtime, which is why I was able to hop onto the chat on occasion, but I just couldn't run the sales the last 2 weeks. So that's my last theater thing for a while. I'm hoping to do something again at some point, but for now I'll be doing live sales. They may be from the road. So next week from Omaha, I will be doing my live sale from the hotel. So keep in tune for that. And Katie, do you remember? I didn't think to look. Did you remember? Is anybody coming up at 10?
I don't know at 10 o'clock. Sometimes Melanie has a brooch sale at that time, but this Overstuffed House is going to be next at 11 o'clock, and she will be live with Antiques by Karen Janet. So definitely go check out that sale at 11 p.m. Eastern, and then check to see if Serendipity by Melanie is having her brooch sale.
There you go. So yeah, there's always stuff going on all the time. So I do appreciate you dedicating some of your time to me and joining me for the sale. Katie also puts out some great content. And if you missed it earlier, she will be having a live. Now, is it an interview, or what exactly are you doing with Blake from Mid-Century Modern? Mid-Century Wasted. No, what is it? I've already lost the channel.
Mid-Century Wasted. You got
Mid-Century Wasted. So, sorry. The spouse of Mid-Century Wasted. What are you guys doing tomorrow?
So tomorrow we will each be showing our favorite records and talking about them and just having a fun chat on vinyl. And so I'm very excited about it. It's Blake's first live on any channel besides Jamie. Of course, he's been on Jamie's channel, but he will be on mine tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We'll be talking about records, showing records, and just having a good time. So come hang out in the chat.
Excellent. So again, thanks so much for helping out, Katie. Thanks for helping me out, Nate. Thanks for all of you for joining us in the chat. And thanks for putting your trust in Trusty Huckster. So thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you again next week.
Katie
Wait, we've got Sunday. We forgot to announce Sunday. So Katie's going to be on my channel Sunday. She just sent me the arc, so I haven't done the thumbnail yet, but I'm doing a deep dive on Sunday with Katie. We are going to make all of you feel old because we are doing vintage Swatch watches, and you know you owned one. So we are going to be covering vintage Swatch watches in my Trusty's Vintage Deep Dive on Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I will get some promotionals up for that. But yeah, I forgot to announce that earlier. I can't believe I did that. I'm sitting here promoting Blake, and I'm not even promoting my own channel, but that's the way I roll. So watch Blake tomorrow on Katie's channel, and then watch Katie on my channel on Sunday. So thanks everybody for joining, and enjoy the rest of the week. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye, friends.